goodness. You can't expect us to suppose that mere merit could attract so many beaux. You're fooling no one, madam. The world's not blind. There's many a lady heaven has designed to bring men's noblest, tenderest feelings out who has no men dogging her about. From which it's plain to see that nowadays men must be acquired in bold and shameless ways, and only pay one court for such reward whose virtue and honesty can't afford. So don't be quite so puffed up, if you please, about your tawdry little victories. Try, if you can, to be a shade less vain, and treat the world with somewhat less disdain. If one were envious of your amours, one could soon have a following like yours. Lovers are no great trouble to collect when one prefers them to one's self-respect. Collect something, my dear. I'd love to see you demonstrate that charming theory. Who knows? Oh, come now, that will do. Let us end this trying interview. My coach is late arriving to your door. I'd have taken leave of you long before.
Oh, please don't feel that you must rush away. I'd be delighted, madam, if you'd stay. However, lest my conversation bore you, let me provide some better company for you. This gentleman, who comes most apropos, will please you more than I could do. I know. Alceste! I have a little note to write that simply must go out before tonight. Please entertain Madame. I'm sure that she will overlook my incivility.
Well, sir, our hostess graciously contrives for us to chat until my coach arrives, and I shall forever be in her debt for granting me this little tete-a-tete. We women very rightly give our hearts to men of noble character and parts. Your special merits, dear Alceste, have roused the deepest sympathy in my breast. Oh, I wish they had sufficient sense at court to recognize your excellence. They've wronged you greatly, sir. How it must hurt you never to be rewarded for your virtue.
Why, madam, what cause have I to feel aggrieved? What great and brilliant thing have I achieved? What service have I rendered to the king that I should look to him for anything?
Well, some virtues, though, are far too bright to hide, and yours are acknowledged, sir, on every side. Indeed, I've heard you warmly praised of late by persons of considerable weight.
Oh, this fawning age has praise for everyone, and all distinctions, madam, are undone. All things have equal honor nowadays, and no one should be gratified by praise. To be admired, one only need exist, and every lackey is on the honors list.
Some virtues, though, are far too bright to hide. Yours are acknowledged, sir, on every side. Indeed, I've heard you warmly praised of late by persons of considerable weight.
Well, madam, forget my merits. I'm not neglected. The court, I think, can hardly be expected to mine men's souls for merits and unearth our hidden values and our secret worth.
I only wish, sir, that you had your eye on some position at court, however high. You'd only have to hint at such a notion for me to set the proper wheels in motion. I've certain friendships I'd be glad to use to get you any office that you might choose.
Madam, I fear that any such ambition is wholly foreign to my disposition. The soul God gave me is not the sort that prospers in the weather of a court. It's all too easy to see that I don't possess the virtues necessary for success. My one great talent is for speaking plain. I never learned to flatter or to feign, and anyone so stupidly sincere had best not seek a courtier's career. Outside the court, I know one must dispense with honors, privilege, and influence, but still one gains the right, foregoing these, not to be tortured by the wish to please. One needn't live in threats of snubs and slights, nor praise the verse that every idiot writes, or humor silly marquesses, nor bestow politic sighs on Madam so-and-so.
Forget the court, then. Let the matter rest. I have another cause to be distressed. It's about your present situation, sir. It's to your love affair that I refer. She whom you love and who pretends to love you is, I unworthy of you?
Why, madam, can you seriously intend to say such things about your friend?
Alas, I must. I stood aside too long and let that woman do you grievous wrong. But now my debt to conscience shall be paid. I tell you, your love has been betrayed.
I thank you, madam. You're extremely kind. Such words are soothing to a lover's mind.
Yes, though she is my friend. I say again, you're much too good for Solomon. She's wantonly misled you from the start.
Who knows another's heart? But ask yourself, if it's the part of charity to shake my soul with doubts of her sincerity.
Well, if you'd rather be a dupe than doubt her, then that's your affair. I'll say no more about it.
Madam, you know that doubt and vague suspicion are painful to a man in my position. It's most unkind to worry me this way unless you've some real proof of what you say.
Sir, all doubt shall be removed, and all that I've been saying shall be proved. You've only to escort me home, and then we'll look into the heart of this affair. I've ocular evidence which will persuade you that Solomon has in fact betrayed you, and if you're saddened by this revelation, perhaps I can provide some consolation.